Welcome to Neeks Sports. The Olympics is round the corner, literally round the corner. But as athletics goes, as Olympics goes, track and field, indoor, outdoor, whatever you want to talk about, drugs. It's always about drugs. And this spoils what some would say is probably the biggest sporting spectacle in the world. People that don't even watch sports generally, they watch the Olympics. But for us to go into the Olympics embroiled by this scandal of doping again and again, what impact is going to have on the sport that we all love?
Yeah, I mean, it's come again. Same thing we hear every 4 years. Testing is going to be more rigorous this year and all sorts. And, but, you know, we're seeing the first signs of action being made, the first sign of a country being kicked out or in some of the events that we reflect. So this could be the start of something new going forward, hopefully.
Well, if you don't know, obviously Russian athletics, the IAAF, the Independent Athletics Board, they have decided to ban all Russian athletes from the Olympics. The Olympic Committee, they had an opportunity to say Russia as a whole, they're not allowed to compete, but they left it to each federation. So track and field, athletics, they can decide. Judo, for example, weightlifting, swimming, they all have a choice about who they want to ban and who they want to keep. I think, and it's been said, that it's a case of the Olympic Committee, they just bottled it.
Yeah.
They didn't want to make that decision. And how can you be led by a board that don't really want to take those major decisions?
Yeah, they should have. You know, no one really knew what the right thing to do was. You know, there was so many and ahhing about it. No one really wanted to ban everyone. No one really wanted to kick out people that weren't in the wrong. And you know, it's arguably so. You know, if you haven't taken drugs, why should you be kicked out of the Olympics? You know what I mean? But you know, there needs to be a precedent set. You know, we need to start letting athletics know they can't get away with this year after year after year. They've got to, you know, and I think maybe they should have just had a bit of background and done something about it.
And there's a lot of talk. Obviously, there was a Russian whistleblower. She, you know, exposed the whole state doping. She's been done for doping herself. Obviously, she was a part of it, so she knew exactly how it worked. But a lot of people are calling, especially in this country, that she should be allowed in the Olympics because she snitched basically.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, like you snitched because I don't know, maybe your conscience caught up on you, or you was about to get done, so you thought I'm taking the next man down with me. I think the fact is you commit the same crime as the same people you're snitching on. Thanks, but you still get punished. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, no, I'm agreement. Yeah, you can't take drugs and still think because you said something about it, you should do it. You know,
no snitching.
Yeah, you take the ban. You know, if you can get back in after your ban, then fair enough. But you take the ban and you deal with it.
But away from the ugly side of the Olympics, there's a lot to look forward to. You know, we've got obviously all the indoor sports, as I said, the martial arts, the weightlifting, the swimming. Then we obviously go outdoor. They're gonna have all the canoeing, kayaking, archery, and then inside the stadium in the track and field, the athletics. That's what we all look towards. You know, the 100-meter finals, the 200 meters, the relays. Yeah. What are you looking forward to the most in this Olympics? Football.
Well, I'm always an athletics fan for the Olympics. I think the way the Olympics is going, every sport is about to be allowed in, but nothing can beat the athletics for me. 100-meter final, 200-meter final, relays, they're the big three really. You know, both men and women at the moment, it's very competitive in there. So I think they're the big three, and don't sleep on the Jamaicans is all I'm going to say.
Well, so Jamaica, obviously, usually we dominate when it comes to track and field. But there's a couple people running for Europe who are there and thereabouts. Shippers from Holland, Netherlands. She's going to run Shelly-Ann Fraser. Close. She's definitely doing the 200. I'm guessing she's going to do the 100 as well. And Shelly-Ann, she hasn't been looking her best this season. 200 meters, I think they're putting Shippers as favourites. 100 meters, who are you looking at in terms of that? Shelly-Ann, you think she can do that again?
She can. I mean, I saw Shippers at the Europeans Championship this year, and she was running like she means business. Again, she's not dropping form. She's still on there, but Shelly-Ann can still pull out the bag. You know, she's got that in her. It's a little bit of a sloppy year this season, but when push comes to shove, she's done it. She's experienced, and I think she'll do it again.
I'm looking forward actually to seeing Litala Mohammed. in the kickboxing taekwondo because
yeah.
Last Olympics there was a lot of negativity going into that. You know, the whole debate about whether it should be him or Aaron Cook fighting for Britain, and you know he put all that to one side and won the bronze medal.
Yeah.
Without that distraction, Aaron Cook, I think he's fighting for Motor or another team, Gibraltar, could be anyone. But without that distraction, he's clearly in that category, that weight category. He's Britain's best fighter, and he's going out there, and I think he can do better than bronze.
Yeah,
because it was his first Olympics 4 years ago. Yeah, and he got the bronze. So.
Yeah, let's tell you, a local lad from East London. I think we're all rooting for him to do well in this Olympics. He's had a really good last couple of years in taekwondo as well. Deserves his place in the squad now, easily more than the others as well. So yeah, I'm expecting another medal at least. You know, hopefully gold this time as well for Britain.
Going back to the 100 meters, finally, obviously this is Usain Bolt's chance to really put himself. He's down in history already, but this cements him as arguably, if he can do it, arguably the greatest Olympian of all time. If he can get those the third gold medals, Olympics, when there's 100, 200, and the relay. He got the world record across the board. If he does replicate this against, the field that he's run against, Justin Gatlin's still there, even with all the history behind him, he's still there.
Yeah.
If Usain Bolt does this, where do you think he ranks in terms of Olympians? People like Daley Thompson, who's back in there, Kelly Holmes, people might talk about. Where would you say Usain Bolt would rank?
For me, he is number one, and I think this Olympics is going to be probably his last. And if he does it, he will be definitely, for me, ranked the best Olympian of all time. Even the best, one of the best sportsmen we've ever seen in this generation. Unbelievable for it to do it so many times, year after year, come back and win it again. And he's a fan's favourite. The fans love him, and I think they will want to see him do the triple again, getting 100, 200 and the relays.
Well, let us know what you think. Who's going to be the star of this Olympics? Usain Bolt, without doubt, has taken the headline since 2008 in the bird's nest in China through to 2012 at London Olympic Stadium. Who's going to be your star? Who do you think is going to be the surprise package? And what can Britain do? 4 years ago, they had what they called a Super Sunday, gold medal after gold medal. Mo Farah, Greg Rutherford, Jessica Ennis, the gold medals were coming. Can they replicate it again? It's going to be an exciting Olympics. Rio 2016. Let us know what you think. That's it from me and Ramon. We'll see you next time.